Hello, and I'd like to welcome you all once again to the old schoolhouse here in the village of Butterstone in Perthshire in Scotland for this, our sixth live broadcast from the old school here. And if you've just joined us, it's actually the old village school. It's a one-room village school that I went to, and my father went to it in the 1930s. And it's part of my studio, and I made all my records here over the last 30-odd years, 40 years. And it's great to be doing these live broadcasts from here. And because we're kind of in lockdown here, it's just me and Jen. My very clever son managed to set me up with a very automated system here with the cameras and things like that. So we have to keep our fingers crossed that it all works. But it's been working so far. So, we hope you're. I hope you're all well, and that you're all looking after each other. You know. I'm going to start off with this wee song, which is kind of vaguely a love song, and we'll see how we get on. I'll tell you what's happened. I've been washing my hands so much in the last week that I don't take very well to soap, and my hands are feeling very weird indeed. He walks, he does not run. He has no overwhelming need to fly. His heart remains unbroken. No need to search the sky. But me, I've never found that place. Wander recklessly, but I know that she will find me. I know that she will find me, even if I vanish without trace. Oh, and though I'm running blindly, I know that she will find me, hiding with the shadows that I chase. No one can rock his boat or make standing waves upon his sea. Everything is calm and steady, safe as it should be. But me, I've never found that place. I wander recklessly, and I know that she will find me. I know that she will find me, even if I vanish without trace. Oh, and though I'm running blindly, I know that she will find me, hiding with the shadows that I chase. Sometimes we search too deep. That's when the darkness fills our fear. We turn away from one another, just in case we get too near. Me, I stand this mountain top, shout so she And I know that she will find me. I know that she will find me, even if I vanish without trace. Oh, and though I'm running blindly, I know that she will find me, hiding with the shadows that I chase. And I know that she will find me. I know that she will find me, even if I vanish without trace. Oh, and though I'm running blindly, I know that she will find me, hiding with the shadows that I chase. Thank you very much. That's my song, She Will Find Me. I'm assuming that you're clapping your hands in front of the computer screens and iPads and things and that. It's quite strange in here because I have some rows of chairs laid out like a little gig. I wanted this to be like a little concert rather than just something, you know, so that you could get the popcorn and the beer out and sort of sit in front of your big telly and pretend you were at a wee gig. And but the chairs are empty. It's kind of a bit symbolic of these weird times. Anyway, I'll do this wee song, and this is Mr. Potato Head. For those of you who've just joined, because we have an automated, I tell this every night, but because I have an automated camera system, I need somebody to stand here so I can get the shot right and focus the camera. And so Mr. Potato Head does that for me, and he's become a wee bit of a kind of celebrity. And actually, him and I were out doing a bit of gardening today, and he's actually really good company, Mr. Potato Head. He doesn't say very much, you know, so it's quite good to have him out there. And I've got a photograph. I'll put it up later on of me and him out in the garden. But he might do a couple of solos as well. Anyway, this is a wee song called Stepping Stones, and my sister and I grew up not far from here, 2 or 3 miles from here, on an estate, my father was the head gardener for a very wealthy laird, and we lived in the gardener's cottage. And as kids, we all worked on the fields. You know, we were out lifting potatoes, and you know, from a very, very early age, that was just part of what you did as a country kid. You know, and I realized much later on, you know, that the people that traveled around the world, you know, but the people that kind of lay the foundations, because we hung out with all these old farmers and old farmers' wives and all kind of very simple people. But yeah, I realized these are the people that lay the foundations that you spend the rest of your life stepping. Well, the stepping stones that you use for the rest of your life. And I was very privileged to have some of these very lovely, wise old people with me at that time, me and my sister. So I wrote this song, and I haven't done it for a long time. And with my very clean hands, the strings are slipping out of my fingers. We'll try and see if we get on. And so much time has gone since we worked out in these open fields with the hopes of generations pulled around us and the strength revealed. So much has been done since we ran around the snake holes. never knowing where our gentle lights might lead us, or if indeed they would. Oh, but we do not stand alone. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand upon their stepping stones. And sure and simple souls guarded round us as we worldly grew, with nothing greater than what working days had shown them. They gave us all they knew, and though their dreams were small, or their true and rural hearts were strong, and with an honest smile that shines from somewhere distant, they helped us all along. Oh, and we do not stand alone. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand upon their stepping stones. And in these silent hours, when reflection rose our journey down, and we think on all departed conversations, it's such an earthy sound. Oh, and we do not stand alone. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand upon their stepping stones. Thank you very much. That was my song Stepping Stones, and that was for my wee sister Mary, who is watching down in Perth, about 10 miles away, and for my 84-year-old mother, who is down in Dunkeld, and she's doing well, and she's probably tuned in as well. So hi, Mum. I'm going to do this wee song. Whoops. And this came after I had a friend who farmed. This kind of continues the farming theme. I had a friend who farmed just near here, and he was confiding in me one night that his grandfather had worked to farm, and his great grandfather and his great great grandfather, and he was confiding in me how he would love to be able to farm the land the same way as his great grandfather had done, but he had to put so many chemicals and things on the fields because of the kind of high intense farming. And he said the fields were dead. If he didn't put the chemicals on, he wouldn't be able to grow anything because they were having to grow so much. And he used to go away and climb mountains to get away from it and to kind of clear his head. And sometimes he would take me And that was a big mistake because I suffer from severe vertigo. But anyway, we used to go for a kind of hill walk, you know, but then I became suspicious one day when he came over and he picked me up, and I became suspicious when we were heading up into Glencoe. And I'm going, what are we doing away up in Glencoe? And he's going, oh, it's fine, it's fine. And I became even more suspicious when we stopped at the bottom of the Buccleuch of Moor, and I'm saying, what are we doing here? He says, oh, and then I became even more suspicious when he opened the boot of the car, and here were all these climbing ropes and shackles and things and that. And I says, what's this for? And he says, well, I thought we would do something a bit more adventurous today and climb up the Buccleuch of Moor. And he says, you'll be all right. He says, I'll tie you on the end of the rope, and I'll climb up the 100 feet. I'll secure the rope really tightly, and then you can climb up after me, and I'll be doing that sort of thing, you know, and you'll be absolutely fine. So he did this. We went away up 100 feet, and there'd be this, okay. And then I would climb up the 100 feet, and then we did this for about an hour until we started getting into the mist and the fog and everything. And then this time he climbed up and he went away up and he disappeared away up into the fog. And then I heard this, okay. And the wind was whistling, and I was hanging on by my fingernails, you know, and I managed to scrabble up this cliff face, and I managed to pull myself onto the ledge where he was sitting. And there he was, the bull boy, sitting lying back against the rock, having a cigarette, and the rope was just coiled in a coil in front of him. It wasn't even tied on to anything. and I was like, what's that? And he says, well, I knew you'd be fine. He says, you know, it's kind of strange the things that you can do when you think you're safe. Anyway, so I wrote him this song, and so we'll try it and see what this is. This is the part of the wee mini concert where I get you all to sing. And the chorus of this is very easy. You sing, rescue me, on this mountain's the only place I can see clearly. Okay, rescue me, on this mountain's the only place I can see clearly. So we'll try it. Old layers of time have buried the ways that the others have grown, and though sturdy and strong, his eyes open wide with each new unknown. Though it's for the earth that he screams in the night, he's a servant of the seasons and the morning's early light. And the troubled one, he says, rescue me. He says, rescue me on this mountain's the only place I can see clearly. Rescue me. He says, rescue me on this mountain's the only place I can see clearly. He says, rescue me. That's what you sing when we try it. We get a wee bit louder. He says, rescue me. He says, rescue me on this mountain's the only place I can see clearly. Rescue me. He says, rescue me on this mountain's the only place I can see clearly. He says, rescue me. See these guilty hands that envenom the soil, take the life from his fields. But now these book-reddened eyes discovered the truth and what it conceals. And though it's for the air that he screams in the night, he's a servant of the seasons and the morning's early light. Troubled one, he says, rescue me. He says, rescue me. On this mountain's the only place I can see clearly. Rescue me. Try it. He says, rescue me. On this mountain's the only place I can see clearly. He says, rescue me. And so the plough it will turn, and our hearts they will burn, for sair work's nae easy. But oh, this circle stone, this buzzard dying, in this great unknown, what goes on and on into the distance of time. And though it's for the air that we scream in the night, we are servants of the seasons and the morning's early light. And the troubled ones, they say, rescue me. They say, rescue me. On this mountain's the only place I can see clearly. Rescue me. They say, rescue me. On this mountain's the only place I can see clearly. They say, rescue me. This is where you sing it on your own. Is everybody ready? See if I can hear you in Barstone. They rescue. He says, say rescue me. They say rescue me. On this mountain's the only place I can see clearly. Rescue me. He says rescue me. On this mountain's the only place I can see clearly. He says rescue me. Thank you very much, and I'm sure I could hear you singing in Boston. No. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and enjoyed the wee sing-song. I'm going to do this wee song. I'm running out of guitar stands up here. This other guitar. So I had lots and lots of requests. I mean, and it's been brilliant, the number of people that have been watching these wee live shows from all over the world, you know. And this is my 45th year as a sort of troubadour traveling folk singer, songwriter, and I think, and I see the names of all the places coming in, and I think I've been in every one of them. I've played somewhere close by, so I'm going to do this wee song, which is actually one of the first songs that I wrote, and there was a wee folk club in Blairgowrie, just about 8 miles down the road from here. And as a sort of 16-year-old, I used to go there, and me and a few pals had a wee band, and it was a great opportunity to sort of try songs out that you'd just made and that. And so this was one of the ones from these days, and I had a few requests for it, so I thought I would do it, and it's called Til Tomorrow. Lift up your glass to tomorrow. Say your own sad farewells for today. But how can parting be such a sweet sorrow when you can't find the right words to say? Oh, I can see I will have to be moving. I've been standing out here for too long, but I know all the friends I'll be losing. Well, I will see them again further on. There's a time when crying comes easy, when there's more to be lost than be won. And I know tomorrow might see me on the other side of the sun. Oh, I've been looking in every direction for the places that I used to know, but on making a closer inspection, I noticed I didn't know which way to go. So we'll finish our glasses together, and we know we can no longer hide, and the silence will linger forever. Oh, it is there and it helps you decide that it's not as it seemed in the stories that you made when you wanted to dream. So you pick up your pieces before you find out that you might have been left in Thank you very much, and that's my really, really old song, "Till Tomorrow." And it's funny thing, songs. You know, when I sing that, I get transported right back to the 16-year-old that wrote it. You know, and standing up on the stage in the folk club in Blairgowrie, and it's quite it's quite magical thing. All of that. Anyway, that has brought us to the end of another wee live broadcast. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Hope you've enjoyed singing. I'm just going to mention we've got people people watching from all over the world, and it's really quite amazing. And I read out last couple of times I've read out all the different countries, but I keep getting new ones every time. So I'm going to read out the new places that people are watching from tonight. And there's somebody from Malta watching tonight. Hi, whoever. And there's somebody watching in Saint Croix in the Virgin Islands in the Caribbean in Saint Croix. Hi there, and a couple of people from Vancouver Island in the Rocky Mountains, and I've actually been to Vancouver Island. It's a beautiful place. Some people from watching in the French Alps. I've crossed them a few times in my life. Somebody watching from Peru. That's brilliant. Somebody watching from Rhode Island, and somebody watching from Hawaii, and also we've got from County Derry to County Kerry in Ireland. So thank you very much for tuning in, all you folks. And I always, at the end of this, it's important to kind of remember why we're doing all this and try to keep everything going. And I like to use this as an opportunity to thank all the people who are working in the front line in the NHS, and all the carers, and all the people that are keeping the wheels of our lives going while we all kind of hide in our houses. And the risks that they're putting themselves to sometimes, and you know, I like you know, people like my bin men who I see coming and emptying my bins, and the people who are delivering food and all that. Thank you very much for putting yourself, you know, going above and beyond the call of duty for us all. And I would like to kind of thank you for all that, particularly the NHS people who are just and the carers who are just. It amazes me just how much courage and commitment they all have. So I'll leave you with this goodbye, and thank you very much for tuning in. We're going to do this another one in a couple of nights' time. So that would be, this is Monday, so that'll be no, this is Tuesday. I've kind of lost track of the days. So the next one will be on Thursday. So I'll see you then. So you all look after yourselves and take care of each other, and I'll see you further on. Night night. And a good night from Mr. Potato Head too. He reminded me that today that I hadn't mentioned him. I wanted to say good night. So good night from Mr. Potato Head. Bye bye.